Do you go the extra mile at work? Do you receive top commendations from your supervisors? Are you the go-to person when something needs to be done urgently, perhaps with little supervision? However, when it comes to a promotion, you are being overlooked, unlike your male counterparts who do not work as hard as you do. This is an unfortunate reality for some women in today's work environment, as they are sometimes ridiculed and overlooked for promotions. My name is Gillian Nichols, and today I will be addressing the issue of gender bias that exists in today's work environment as part of MGMT6019, Critical Analytical and Communication Skills for Managers Assessment for UE Open Campus. I will also suggest to you some ways that you can deal with the occurrence of gender bias in a respectable manner. For the purpose of this presentation, we will be using gender bias and gender discrimination interchangeably, as meaning the discrimination against women in the workplace. So what is gender bias? The unequal treatment in employment opportunity, such as promotion, pay, benefits and privileges, and expectations due to attitudes based on the sex of an employee or group of employees, as defined by legaldictionary.com. To break it down for you, gender bias is being told that you are not capable of the job because you are female. It is being paid less than your male counterparts to perform the same job functions with similar work experience and qualifications. It is being overlooked for promotions because you are female, and it is suggested that you are likely to be away from work often because you are pregnant, may become pregnant, or you have to be with a sick child or dealing with female issues. Gender bias also refers to being questioned on whether you have children or intend to during an interview. This has no need to be in an interview, and organizations need to respect your right to privacy. Gender bias is also being subject to verbal and suggestive sexual harassment by management figures or co-workers. So, gender bias is being discriminated against because of your sexual origin, and in most cases, gender bias is committed against women. Does any of this sound familiar to you? Maybe you or someone you know may have been victim to gender bias or discrimination in the workplace. So you may ask, how can I deal with this when the odds are not in my favor? Well, there are international laws aimed to fight this type of discrimination, and organizations that have been formed to assist with the alleviation of this type of discrimination from the work environment. Such organizations include the ILO, or the International Labour Organization, and each country should have a commission or human rights bureau tasked with the responsibility of ensuring equal employment opportunity and alleviating gender discrimination in the workplace. The 2010 ILO report on human rights practices in Grenada found that women generally enjoyed the same rights as men, and there was no evidence of official discrimination in healthcare, employment, or education. However, women frequently earned less than men performing the same work. This is evidence that there is the practice of gender bias here in Grenada, which needs to be aborted. Firstly, in our attempts to combat gender bias or discrimination, we need to acquaint ourselves of the employment laws in our country that have been designed to protect us. Secondly, we need to understand that there is a difference between simple office humor and flat-out harassment. In addition, we need to pay attention to bias or discrimination that may appear to be innocent but really is not. Always keep evidence of harassment or discrimination. It is important to document each instance when you have been victim to any type of employment discrimination. Most importantly, report your experience to your human resource manager. It does not make sense to sit on harassment. It must be dealt with. It cannot be left to fester. And finally, contact your local labor commission or Bureau of Human Rights with your report. Gender bias or discrimination can create a hostile work environment and has the potential to create adverse effects. Employers should be mandated to adopt human rights policies which aim to alleviate the practice of gender bias in the work environment.